Hey guys, it's me, Crazy Honda Chris at Randy Kill Honda in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Congratulations on your brand new Honda HR-V Sport. In this video, I'll show you guys how to customize all of your vehicle settings, so when you drive off the lot, you are set for success. All you have to do is show it off to your friends and family. How cool is that? Congratulations again on your brand new Honda. So first steps, make sure the vehicle's on and running. Done and done, check. Second step, make sure the vehicle's in park. The vehicle has to be in park so you can play around with your vehicle settings, okay? Now, the basic controls that you're gonna use are gonna be over here on the left-hand side of the wheel. So you got a little wheel action. You scroll up and down, which allows you to navigate through the menu. Now, to select items throughout the menu, you're gonna push in the wheel, okay? So we push in the wheel, it allows you to go in. Now, quick little side note for you. You probably noticed we're gonna have multiple menus throughout this thing. What I mean by that, you have a group up there with one arrow. So we're gonna select within a group. When you go into a group, you're gonna have a menu option. Now we're 2 arrows in. Now, once you get into that menu option, you can allow to set up your setup. Once you select it, it backs you out 1, okay? I know your first instinct is to hit the back button again. If you do that, it backs you out twice, okay? So hopefully that made sense. Now, you guys want to go to vehicle settings, scroll down. The first menu option is going to be tire pressure monitoring system calibration. So once your tire pressure light is on, you double checked it or you made the adjustments accordingly, you go there and then you go to calibrate. Boom, light is gone. Backs you out automatically. Then we'll go down to the next group. It's driver's assist system setup. So this is where you can go to customize all of your Honda sensing features. Do you want all the beeps, none of the beeps, sensitivity, stuff like that? Now, first one's gonna be a forward collision warning distance. So let's imagine you're driving down the road, right? There's a car in front of you. It senses you gotta hit the car. Forward collision is going to say brake. If you don't brake, it's going to give you an audible noise. Then it's going to try to reduce your speed if you don't stop soon enough to its liking, okay? So when you select this, it allows you to change the distance. So how long or normal or short distance for the follow you like it to warn you. Most people just keep this on normal. That's my advice. Now, once we select that, we'll go down to the next one. Next one's going to be ACC, is Adaptive Cruise Control, Forward Vehicle Detection Beep. I'll assume that you guys already watched my walk around video when I explain how this feature works. If not, I'll have the link down below in the description, okay? So click it, watch it. So this is simply anytime a car gets in and out of range of your Adaptive Cruise Control, it will beep at you. So cruise control is set to, you know, let's say 55, car gets in range, it slows you down, beep, 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 beep. Car gets out of range, you start to speed up, beep, 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 beep. So that's great. So if you're over having a conversation with someone in here, and you feel the car's going to speed up or slow down, you get a nice little audible to let you know, hey, I'm not crazy. I'm just doing my job, says the car. Next one's going to be a road departure. You can change the sensitivity of this going to warn you or bring you back in your lane, okay? So what I mean by that, let's imagine you're driving down the highway, your city road driving, you go out of your lane a little bit, then it beeps at you, you turn that on or off. That's the next setting coming up, but then it brings you back in the center of your lane. So maybe you don't want it to bring you back into the lane or off, you know, back onto the road, you just want it to warn you. That's when you will select warning it only. Sorry if you guys get a whole bunch of fan noises. It is hot out here today. All right, and now we're going to go down to your lane keep assist suspense beep. So once again, when you go out of your lane, you want to have beep, 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 beep as it brings you back in. Yes or no? I like all the beeps. I'm going to turn on all the beeps so the next person can decide, do they want them? Do they not? You know. Now we're going to have blind spot information system. This is as simple as on or off. For that point, for the audible sound is always going to have a visual. So you have an option between an audible and a visual alert or just a visual alert, okay? I recommend keeping it on this one because when you're driving down the road and then your blind spot goes off because someone's in your blind spot, you're going to have a little indicator right here. It's going to light right up. All right, it's going to be a nice solid orange light when you're driving down the road. And then when you have your turning indicator on while somebody's in your blind spot, it's going to flash and then it's going to beep at you. Okay? Now we're going to go down to traffic sign recognition system. Simple on or off. You have a front facing camera right up here. When you're driving down the road, that camera works for your Honda sensing features. It also finds a speed limit sign and displays it right up there for you to let you know, hey, I found a speed limit. Here's a nice little reminder. That's great for new environments. I love it. Let's keep it on. Now we're going to go down to the next. Do you want it to warn you when you're speeding, exceeding the speed limit? I know your first instinct is to turn this off, but let's say we turn it on because the next setting is going to allow you to set that threshold, okay? So we go down to warning threshold. Do you want it to warn you at speed limit? 3, 5, or 10 above that speed limit. It's going to flash when it warns you. I won't tell if you don't tell. Driver's attention monitor system right here. This is a great thing to have. So let's say, for example, you're out there driving around. The car knows the difference between the wind blowing you around or you're doing a bad job at driving. I'm assuming if you're doing a bad job at driving, you probably want the car to do everything it's a power to say, hey, wacko driver, pull over and take a break, right? That's why we're going to select that one. I like it. Now that's everything under driver's assist system. And we're going to scroll down to the next group, meter setup. Language, pretty quick and easy. English, French, or Spanish. We'll keep it on English so I can continue out the video. Outside temperature gauge, so if you want to fine tune that bad boy within a 5-degree swing, you can. You can see right now it's 97 out there. I had to let the car cool off before I come in and start recording today. Whew. All right, now you got your trip A and trip B. Now within my walk around video, I show you how to reset that yourself, okay? But maybe you don't want to do it yourself. Maybe you want it to reset when you turn off the vehicle or when you fully refuel the vehicle. That's going to be the options right there. Trip B is going to be the same thing, so I'm going to skip it. Outside, you got your adjusted alarm volume. So this could be like your turning indicators, your warnings, your buzzers, stuff like that. How loud or quiet would you like that to be? Your fuel efficiency backlight. So as you're driving down the road, you'll probably notice when you're being fuel efficient, you'll see a green bar that's going to come up. It's like a visual coach saying, good job, golden sticker, keep up the good, fuel economy game. Helps you level up. I like that. It's a nice visual coach. You got your rear seat reminder. Okay, we'll keep this on. So let's imagine, car's on, someone opens up the door, I throw stuff back there, someone jumps in, I turn off the car, boom, says check rear seat. Now there's a timer that'll work before the car comes on. So let's try to paint a picture. That timer is 10 minutes. So if anyone opens up a back door within 10 minutes before the vehicle starts, you'll get that rear seat reminder, okay? So they jump in the car, they threw some stuff in there, who knows what, just the back door is open. I turn the car, I ride to Randy Kill Honda to get my oil change, and then as I turn it off, it says check rear seat. Now if I do it 15 minutes before I turn on the vehicle, it will not show you check rear seat. So the timer is 10 minutes, okay? Speed and distance, we'll keep it on miles, but if you want to, kilometers. Tachometer, simply on or off. Let's say if I turn this bad boy off, and then we fully back out, you can see you no longer have numbers all the way through, no matter what I have display up here. All right, now we're back. The phone cooled off, you're overheated, but now we can continue recording, okay? So like I was sharing with you guys earlier, no matter what you select, you would not have the tachometer displayed. It cleans it up. So let's say, for example, we go back into there, go down to meter display, our setup, go to tech, there it is, the last one in there, we turn it on. So now when we select different menus, you can see it displays up there now, and it's always going to show no matter what's selected, okay? Now we're going to go down to the next group. This is going to be keyless access setup. So you got your door unlock mode. So this is when you have the key fob in your hand, maybe your purse, pocket, jacket, right? Walk up, put your hand in the handle. Do you want just your driver's side door to unlock or all doors to unlock? Next one's gonna be keyless access light flash. So when you put your hand in the handle, there's gonna be delay. Put your hand in the handle, 1 second delay, doors unlocked, lights flash to let you know, hey, door's unlocked. That's pretty nice, because I can see my son, Cameron, he likes to yank on locked door handles. But I can see him just doing it with his eyes closed, right? So, to help him out as he's over there yanking on a locked door handle with his eyes closed for some crazy odd reason, let's give him a little beep action too, so he gets an audible. So, hand in the handle, lights flash, car beeps, beep beep, I'm unlocked, get in, and let's go. Now you got remote start. We can keep this available at all times, or you can permanently turn it off. We'll keep it on available since I live in Iowa. And that's it. Now we'll go down to the next option, or the next group. It's going to be light setup. Auto high beams. Do you want these bad boys on or off? Interior light dimming time. So this is when you turn off the vehicle, bang, shut the door, shut, walk away, and then X amount of time, 15, 30, or 60 seconds, your interior light, if it's a 2 in the middle, will turn off, okay? We'll keep it on 30 seconds. Headlight auto off timer, same thing now. Once again, you turn off the vehicle, bang, shut the door, walk away. How soon would you like your headlights to turn off? I can see someone adjusting this like to 30 seconds if they get home late at night or maybe to work late at night. It's not a well-lit area. And then they just need a little more light, a little more time to see as they get in and out. Yeah, let's do that. So the auto light sensitivity. So pretty much when the headlights is the auto, how soon would you like, or how sensitive would you like your lights to come on between day and nighttime levels? All right, now we go down to auto headlight on with wiper on. So when your headlights are set to auto, and let's say like right now it starts to rain out there, you can see just fine, but you turn on your wipers, boom, headlights will automatically come right on. So that's kind of nice if you keep this on. Makes it a little easier for the other cars to see you. That's everything underneath that one. Now we're going to scroll down to the next group. Door setup. Auto door lock. So this is when you get into the vehicle, about to take your car out to get your first oil change, right? To Randy Kill Honda. When do you want your doors to lock? With speed? When you shift from park? Or have it off and just whenever you select the lock button? So this is auto door unlock. Same thing. You arrive to wherever you're going. When do you want your doors to unlock? All doors when driver opens up door. So this is a great option. I love this option because, you know, I have a 15 and a 16 and a 9-year-old. My 9-year-old gets all excited, he does, and he doesn't pay attention when we get somewhere new, and he's yanking on door handles. Once again, that's his thing, right? So let's imagine you're out there. I put the vehicle in the park, I turn out the vehicle, I can look around, mind my surroundings, make sure we look good in the parking lot, and then I can open up the door, or maybe whoever's over here can open up a door. Once one of these doors open, boom, doors automatically unlock. But maybe let's say the kids are a little more responsible, they know how to look, or maybe you don't take around kids. When you shift to park, doors automatically unlock, or when you turn off the vehicle, the doors automatically unlock. Which one are you going to do? Let us know down below in the comments. I may have to come up with a nice little vote system in the community tab because I want to hear feedback, what people pick majority of the time. Now it's going to be the walkaway auto lock feature. Why is this off? Let's turn it on. I love it because I turn off the car, I shut the door, I have the key fob with me, I'll walk away 5-10 feet away from the car, bang, doors automatically lock. I never have to second guess myself. Did I lock the doors? Did I not? I don't know. So I'm not reaching for the key fob, hitting the lock button, panicking from that point. There's just one less thing to do, to worry about. Off my second guessing list. Next one's be keyless lock answer back. When you lock it all up, I'm assuming you probably want the car to give you a nice little audible to let you know, yes, I'm all locked up. Keyless remote window power control. So you guys probably watch my other videos. I talk about my tips and trick video. When you have the key fob, it's in my pocket right now. You got your key fob. On those hot summer days, you can roll down the windows in advance. So let's imagine you're out there enjoying the weather, you're about to go out into a hot mucky car. You just double tap and hold unlock. The longer you hold unlock, the further down the windows would go, and the further down the windows will go. And then the problem is though, some people just double tap and hold for a split second, just a little too long, right? Just a little too long. And then all of a sudden, the window is cracked just enough that the rain's gonna get in, you know, snow, or maybe giant, huge bugs you gotta deal with later on, you know, from that point. So if you're afraid you're gonna do that and not be aware of that, you can turn this off. Lockout prevention, so you cannot accidentally lock your keys in the car. For some reason, let's say the key is next to the phone, or buried in the purse. Something that's blocking the radio waves, so I can't find it. When you shut the door, turn off the car, it's gonna make a funny noise. So hey, I can't find the key fob, and it won't lock up on you right away. So that's kind of nice. So yeah, we'll keep that on. Next one's gonna be a lock presetting. So like with my 2011 Honda Accord that I drive for my daily, you know, when a door's open, you cannot hit the lock on the key fob, right, till all doors are shut. You guys probably know about that with older cars. But you can preset the lock button. So let's say I get out of the car, I shut my door, driver's side door is shut, but then maybe I got kid 1 and kid 2 over here with doors still open. Kid 1 shuts the door, I can hit pre-lock, hit the lock button, it's preset to lock. So as soon as one of these doors, all doors are shut, bang, it locks all the doors for you. So that's nice. I have to wait anymore for them to shut a door to hit the lock button. That's it. Next one's gonna be maintenance. I'll have a video link down below to talk to you guys about maintenance codes. Check that out. It's all about preventive maintenance, help to prolong the life of your vehicle. It talks about code A, code B, 1 through 7, what they mean, how to address those. Check out that video too as well, okay? But this is where you will go to reset those items once you have them all done. All right. Thanks again, guys. Don't forget, I am a small channel, so hit that like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and share with a friend or family, or maybe a customer that just bought a car. Bye-bye.